Breaking news today. Tesla dropped a breathtaking video of the new capabilities of their TeslaBot Gen 2 Optimus. Today, we'll not only watch the 44-second clip, but we'll also watch clips where we've slowed down the video so we can count exactly how many bots are in the lab. It's way more than most people realize, and they seem to be Gen 2, which might indicate the bot is near design locked. We'll also show the 3 tasks that the team is training the bot to do, and very surprisingly, these are for the home, not just the factory. Most importantly, we'll also review exactly what 2 of the most important Tesla bot engineers said. Milan Kovac, the lead engineer, had a long post on X explaining what the bot can and cannot do. Let's watch this 44-second clip of the demo Tesla dropped. So it looks like that they're just replicating what it might look like in the actual factory battery cells. So these are 4680 battery cells, and we actually saw in the actual lab hints of that at Easter eggs way back then. You can see that this is no longer teleoperation. This is the bot being able to do this when they look at it themselves using their own cameras. The colors are different than what the actual tray looks like. That orange and red tray looks different, but they can place it very precisely. And then what Milan is saying is that the accuracy rate is great. This video clip shows 12 bots. They look like they're all Optimus Gen 2, which might indicate that they are already basically design locked. And here's the Optimus comparing it to the speed of the actual specialized bot. Milan said that the Tesla bot can now walk around the office without falling, and that they will still work on kind of different kinds of terrains. They have not yet demoed the bot being able to go up or down stairs at this point. So this is incredible. You can see that this is the most advanced humanoid bots that we've been reviewing. They look like that there's no more wires out there, and the batteries seem to be quite impressive. So this is a big drop by Tesla. And here's what Milan Kovac said. He is the lead of the lead engineer in charge of the team. This is what he posted on X explaining what exactly is happening. He said, over the past couple months, our awesome manufacturing team has built more bots for us to work on and collect the AI data from. Looks like they might have already built more than 12 at least. We've trained and deployed a neural net allowing Optimus to start doing useful tasks, such as picking up battery cells coming down a conveyor and precisely inserting them into a tray. One of the things that Dr. Scott Walter, who's a Tesla bot expert, previous co-founder of 2 industrial robot companies, he's wondering why it is that they're doing the battery cells. It could just be leading us down the wrong path, because this does seem to be already being done by specialized machines. And it could just be something that they don't want to show you exactly what the tasks that they're being trained for. But it could also be that that is what they're doing. And if so, it would be very interesting to show that they can replace a specialized machine. That's unusual if that's what they're trying to do. Milan continues and says, this neural net is running entirely end-to-end, meaning that it only consumes video coming from the bot's 2D cameras, as well as onboard proprioceptive sensors, and produces joints control sequences directly. So this is a neural net that's learning. It looks like the vast majority of their training, by looking at that video, which will slow down in the actual lab, looks like it's teleoperation, but it learns from the cameras, from the sensors in the fingers, and the joint control sequences, and it figures out how to react in the real world as it actually touches the actual products and solid, batteries. Powered by the onboard battery, it is designed such that a single neural net can perform multiple tasks as we add more diverse data to the training process. This is the big deal, right? Can you just use that same neural net, train it with hundreds of bots? Could you then be able to train it with multiple tasks? And it looks like they're headed this way. Another Tesla bot engineer we'll show later actually talked about how long those batteries last. Milan says, while not being perfect yet and still a little slow, we're seeing increasingly high success rates with less frequent misses. We're also training Optimus to recover from failure cases and are seeing spontaneous corrections happen. This is critical. They're training it to be able to adapt to failure and are seeing spontaneous corrections. That looks like it really is at the point where it's actually, being able to figure these out on its own. And it's not perfect yet, still slow. The interesting thing is that the speed itself, some people debate whether or not that's going to take a long time to increase speed and reduce, increase quality. But there's also others, and the CEOs of other bot vendors that I've spoken to, interviewed, they say that the speed is not an issue, that they can speed it up as fast as they want, when they want. That is not their priority today. So we'll see this, but that's certainly the next thing they're going to do. Now he says this: we've deployed a couple bots at one of our factories where they're being tested daily at the real workstations and continuously improving. So this is a big deal because at the Q1 earnings call, Elon said that he actually expects the bots to be at the factory later this year, and they're currently still in the lab. It looks like that they moved forward, or maybe Elon didn't express exactly what they were thinking, but they're being tested. Instead of the pilot, they're already been piloting it in the factory, still not ready to do useful work, but they're already in the physical workstations, and that's where they're training it. Further work is ongoing to make it move faster. This is the big last paragraph that he put down that I think is very important for us to read. So the next thing they're doing is to make it move faster, as well as dealing with more adverse terrains, all without sacrificing the human-like nature of it. Very interesting that they're focused on the human-like nature. Critical for Tesla. It looks like a big deal for them, and they need to show it that it can walk upstairs, although many jobs don't require that. We're also focusing on repeatability across the fleet. So this is if you create 10 bots, 12 bots, 100 bots, if one is able to do it, could the others, the other bots would have slightly different joints, slightly different fingers, and just slight. Obviously, they're designed to be exactly the same. Training the neural net to deal with dynamic calibration, that's what I was referring to, and small bot-to-bot variants, exactly. So this is big deal, big statement here by Milan saying this is what we need to do next. Boy, this sure sounds like they're headed towards, mass scaling of this next year as they hope. So let's watch this next clip here where Humanoid Hub slowed the video down and actually tried to count how many Optimus bots there are. He says there's 12, excluding the one that is walking around. Each robot is being operated by a human teleoperator for data collection. So let's watch this little slowed down clip here. I love that he did this. You can actually see that there's the teleoperators and then there's the bots, and you slow them down. You can count them, and they all look like Gen 2. That's a big deal because in the last video that Tesla dropped, many of the bots looked like they were just Gen 1 versions, or some of them. This is all Gen 2. Again, I think that this means that they are now design locked, because if this is the case, that they're going to make 12, not quite exactly for sure. They might do another iteration, but it looks like that they need the numbers, of course, for training, and 12 may not be enough, but this is what we see here is this bot. So this is fantastic, great setup. So now let's take a look at, how fast are these bots working at. So this is a post from Tesla Trillion. He says, anyone notice that Tesla Optimus is doing work at the same speed as a specialized robot on the right? Now, I'm not sure if this is anything, but you're like, this is certainly one of the things they showed here. I don't know why they did this. Why did they show you at the same speed, right? Are they trying to show you that, boy, the bots can do this? Of course, they slowed it down, or they sped it up. They sped it up to show that. So, but even a specialized machine might be working slowly. But it could also be that they slowed it down on purpose. This is continuously decreasing rate of human interventions. So this is still not perfect, of course, but this is what they're showing you at this point. Now let's take a look at what the bots can actually do and what they're being trained for. And this is very surprising. Humanoid Hub says the video shows teleoperated data collection for laundry sorting, organizing a shelf, battery cell sorting. Why are they doing laundry? I think one of the reasons they did this at the beginning was to show that if the fingers and the hands can actually fold laundry, then that's one indicator that it's design locked, that this is the right fingers, the right hands, the right elbows that you need to be able to do a task like this. It may not be the actual task that they'll do, like they may not sell this to the home. Some people might think it is the case, but I don't think so. I think this is just trained to see if it can do the folding of clothes, then these are the right fingers, and we're ready to mass produce this now. Here's putting items away into a shelf, cubbies. This is another specialized task that often happens in factories. Cubby placement. Another CEO of Sanctuary, another humanoid bot company, told us that this is what they're focusing on, is cubby replacement. A previous company of his did this. So this is another photo of the bot working in, grabbing different items. But look at that. There's a bottle there. There's different kinds of items, a glass jar that they're putting up there. And then this is the actual testing for the battery line. Again, interesting that they're doing this. Why does it matter when 4680 batteries are something that is already being specialized factories and robots are able to do? Julian Ibarz, who is one of the other Tesla engineers, he gave this sentence, which is, "We improve the reliability of our learned behaviors across our fleet." That's important. Again, this is what we're saying, that they need to be able to, if one learns it across one bot, then the others learn it. Because once they're ready to do this and they feel it's ready to go, they won't just do 12. They'll do 100. They'll do 1,000. Because many people believe, experts are saying, that you need about 1,000 bots out there to get that final bit. Till operation gets you 90%, then you need that, the actual bots out there working to be able to train and then share that knowledge amongst the fleet. And decided to bring a few robots in the factory to perform a real useful task, sort batteries around. Again, he's trying to say that this is a useful task. The autonomous behavior you see can run in the robot for hours until we need to recharge the battery. Right now, we've been hearing most engineers are telling us that most bots can do about 4 hours, and then they need about an hour to charge. We don't know what Tesla, of course, they are the experts in battery manufacturing. Their batteries are much more effective. This is the first indication here, and can run on robots for hours. Now, this is for this particular task, which is a low task, but imagine if they can work 24 hours a day, even if they're working slowly like they are now, slower than a human now, it could still possibly be useful work, right? It can actually replace our one human, or the actual opportunities. Tesla Economics said this: other companies have human workers that get tired, need rest, need to eat, require sleep, and lose focus and skill over time due to age. But Tesla, has these. We do, and this is what Elon said on a Q1 2024 earnings call. He said, "We do think we'll have Optimus in limited production in the natural factory itself, doing useful tasks before the end of this year." So it sounds like we thought that he meant to say that they won't be in the factory until the end of this year. It sounds like they're there now, but they won't be able to do useful tasks until the end of the year. This is a critical statement. This is the belief that by the end of this year, the actual bots will be in the factories and they'll be able to replace other alternatives, and it's going to actually be useful already. They're already working. And then I think we'll be able to sell it externally by the end of next year. Again, much faster than anybody ever thought would happen. This is the last sentence, the last paragraph that Milan Kovac said. I just want to repeat it because I thought it was important. Further work is ongoing to make it move faster. So they're going to try to make it move faster as well, dealing with more adverse terrains, all without sacrificing human-like nature. We're also focusing on repeatability across the fleet, training the neural net to deal with dynamic calibration and small bot-to-bot variants. Then I think at that point, they can feel confident making as many as they can. This is Elon Musk's post 2 days ago. He said this: "I think the ratio in the future will be at least 2 for every human, maybe 3 or 4, as there will be many in the industry producing goods and services, often for other robots in the supply chain." And just for fun, let's end up with this photo, which is great. This smoke away showed this, obviously it's photoshopped or something like that. Is this something that we might see in the future? It's funny. Maybe it is funny, maybe it's not, but you can see the bot there helping to do supercharging. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate this. I've created a website that is the most comprehensive resource for the Tesla investor. Please check it out. Simply go to my website at herbertong.com.